We have a dedicated movie room. We have several couches, and we've got the cool lights, and we've got 2 TVs and some gaming things and little remote things, and we're decorating the room, and it's, it's a work in progress. It's not completed yet. One really cool thing I did was buy one of those massive popcorn poppers. So we have that, and I bought a snow cone machine, and I got this, and that's what we're going to talk about today. This is actually a coffee cup kind of display thing that you might use at a business, like a gas station or an office somewhere, but we use it for candy. And let me talk about the pros and cons of this. First of all, the big pro is that there's so much room. Let me hold this up for you so you can get a really good vibe for it. It's as long as my arm. I can hold it over my shoulder, my fingers just barely coming out. So it's quite long, and it's very, very tall. This is the whole length of my arm. It doesn't even reach the top. Of course, I have little baby hobbit arms, so this may be a normal size for most people, but for me, it's quite big and kind of bulky to carry around. It's not that heavy because it's made all of plastic, but because of the size of it, I kind of struggle with carrying it, and there's no real good place, no real good handhold. If I remember correctly, and it's been 2 years since I bought it, if I remember correctly, I had to assemble it when it came. That's at least parts of it. I feel like this had to be assembled, maybe these back pieces, and I'll give you a close-up of that. It takes me like 10 minutes to turn it over. It's got these little bits right here, and that's what makes me think I assembled it when it got here. I could be wrong, but I do believe that's true. Who can remember what they did 2 years ago? The bottom row is 3 big compartments, and they're bigger than the ones up top and on the sides. The second row, these are much smaller, and this is the top here, and then of course this is open here. So you have to find candy of varying sizes, if you're using this for candy, of varying sizes to make them fit. And what we ended up doing with these is laying them flat in the bottom, because this goes way back. This, of course, goes back, but because it's half of this, it's not as wide. And then the candy up top, because there's this little lip here, it can stand up. On this side, which is really where the coffee cups are supposed to go, we found ways to put string candy in there, like the Nerds ropes. We put the Nerds ropes in there because that works out just fine. Plenty large enough for tons of candy. And before I move on to the cons, let me just tell you why we did this and what would be the point in using this as a candy display. We wanted the movie room to be like going to the movies. So I bought all different varieties of candy, and we only had them on movie nights. Now, I'm going to show you in just a minute how it looks with the candy in it, but we don't have a lot of candy left right now because we had this put away while we were doing some other things in there. So we ate a lot of that candy, and I haven't replaced it as we were finishing up. I don't want to say renovations because we weren't renovating, we were just rearranging stuff. So we don't have much candy, so you're going to have to use your imagination a little bit. But it does really, really work great for a candy display like what you would have at the movies at home. If you're thinking of something like that, like how do I keep my kids from eating them? Well, some of your kids might go and sneak candy, but overall, the kids are happy to wait until Sunday because I'm buying the giant movie theater boxes of candy, which A, you can get on Amazon, and I will link several of those from Amazon, and B, I get a whole bunch of the Dollar Tree. Whatever the Dollar Tree has, I buy them because they're $1.25. And you can buy 10 packages for $10. And typically that is going to be cheaper than anywhere else. However, Costco has a large pack of candy, and so does Amazon. I will link the best deals that I found below, and you can go over and get those packages and be pretty happy with I'll find you the best prices. You can be pretty happy with that, and your kids will be too. And you just tell them this is for movie nights only. If we're having a midweek movie night, then by all means, everyone can have a piece of candy. And if we're going to the movie theater, keep this one on the down low. You can take your own candy in, and they can get it from this. We'd be doing that. My favorite kind of movie theater candy is Goobers. What's yours? Now let's talk about the cons. As I said, the pros are it's gigantic. It can hold so many different kinds of candy, and it can hold some upright. So if you have the bigger boxes you want to put up here, do the candy bars on the bottom, and then miscellaneous stuff here. So it holds a lot, and that is the biggest, for me, the biggest pro. The biggest con, 2 cons I found. One is it doesn't feel like it's that sturdy. It always feels like at any second it's going to break. And I did have a little bit of breakage here. This thing has broken. And it's not like I've moved this thing constantly. It's set in one place for probably a full year. Yeah, a year. And then at Christmas time, we take it down and use that area for Christmas stuff. So then it gets moved at Christmas time. So it's been moved to Christmas times, and that broke. But like I said, it's hard for me to carry. It's kind of, it's big and bulky. It's not heavy, but it's, it's kind of flimsy when you're trying to move it. Like, look at this. This feels like it can move off. You could probably actually take this coffee cup area off altogether if you didn't need it. But because of that came loose. That's not the part that's fitted. It came unglued or whatever. I guess maybe it came in a box, a huge box already put together, because this feels like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Just try to ignore me. So that's con number 1. Con number 2, and for me, the biggest con and the thing I hate about it, it collects dust and dog hair like my bathroom mirror collects toothpaste splatter daily and without shame. It's constantly covered in dog hair and dust. You can probably see some in there right now. And I literally dusted this before I did the video because gross. I didn't want anyone to think I was a disgusting mom serving my kids hair for lunch. So I completely cleaned it out and it's already back to being covered in dust and hair. Dog hair. It's not like human hair or anything, but it just sticks to it. Even if you dust it regularly. I don't know a way to stop that from happening because it's this kind of plastic that hair is just like, ooh, I like this plastic. Let me live there. And that's what it does. It lives there. And so whenever I would dust that room, I would have to take all the candy out and dust around it. So it's a lot of dusting. Surely there's a remedy for it. Something I didn't try that maybe I could is putting paper towels in there, because then you could just take the paper towels out and maybe it wouldn't stick as much to the paper towels. Or maybe you could even get those cleaning cloths. I've got a ton of them. I don't know. What do you think? You have a solution for this? Those are the downsides. It was the best thing I could find for holding candy. I didn't find anything better, and I did try a lot of other things before I found this one. So out of 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest, for our movie room for candies, I give this an 8 because I love the product itself. I love the way it holds candy. I love the way it looks with candy in it. And I love candy. But it has a few little flaws, like for me, because I have short arms, it's hard to carry, so I'm not taking off points for that. But this broke, and the dust is a big negative. But if we can find a way around that, I would easily raise the score to a 9. I'd give it a 10 if I could find a way for it not to be covered in dust all the time. If you have a movie room, I would love to know what kind of things you have in your movie room, so share that with me below. I will have this linked for you on Amazon, and again, don't forget, I'll have all the candy linked for you that we use. While you're remembering to go get the candy, remember to subscribe and give me a like. That's gonna help YouTube know that you like my stuff, and they're gonna push it out to more people. I'm gonna get more subscribers, and I can bring you more stuff like this and share my movie room with you more often. I really appreciate it, you helping my channel grow. See you real soon.